Today on Attack of the Show.
Eddie Kim somehow managed to fill the plane with poisonous snakes.
It's all Sam Jackson all the time as we kick off an action-packed week of Snakes on a Plane. Then, they're worldwide celebrities, but are the stars of the X Games real athletes? And can it really be true? Is E3 dead and buried? We investigate the demise of the Electronic Entertainment Expo. All this and more on a live and totally original Attack of the Show, starting right now.
I've had it with these mother-f***ing snakes on this mother-f***ing plane.
What's going on here? Pick up on this. Attack. Come on, throw it again. Throw it again.
I was gonna do the campfire. Wait, let me.
You see that spiral?
You just hit a camera guy.
No.
Bring
That's a
it
nice
back.
spiral.
Bring it back. I think at some point we need to do a show. And you warm your hands by the fire. Welcome to Attack of the Show, everybody. TV's only source for what you care about and for Olivia Munn Spiral. Do it again. That's it.
All right, ready?
It's Monday the 7th. Hello, everybody. I'm
Spiral.
Kevin Pereira.
What's up, everyone? I'm Olivia Munn. We are coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles. Now, we've all been waiting all summer for its release, and it is just around the corner.
Yes, brace yourselves, because it's Snakes on a Plane week here on Attack of the Show. Yeah! All right? That's what I am talking about. That is what I was talking about,
yes,
in case you didn't know.
Every day this week, we are doing something for Snakes on a Plane.
Yes. Today, we're chatting with an actor by the name of Sam Jackson.
Yes, Sam Jackson wears hats, right?
Does, yes.
Yeah, what was that thing he says on that movie?
That he's had it with the mother effing snakes.
On the mother effing plane.
Yes,
interesting. Tomorrow, we interview Sonny Mabry in an airplane bathroom.
And on Wednesday, we're going to have live snakes on our set.
What?
Literally. I don't think it's a good idea either, but we're going to have a bunch of live snakes all
No
around
one
here.
told me that. How many? Like 10?
No, I think
Or
we're getting like 60. And 2 or 3 of them are going to be poisonous.
That's awesome.
Someone's going to get hurt, and it's probably going to be you.
That won't be me, because I'll make you suck out the venom.
Oh, that's fine.
That'd be awesome.
Tell them to aim for the ass. Snakes on a set, though. It's kind of cool. It's going to be fun.
Snakes on a set.
Just be careful.
Snakes on a set. Snakes in my ass. Now, it's time to burrow deep into the oddities and interests of the web.
Say in. The snakes aren't burrowing. We're burrowing.
I said on. Snakes on my ass. I say in. Did I say in?
We're attacking with venom as we go around the net. Ladies and gentlemen, go to Olivia's new website, snakesinmyass.com.
.org, actually.
It's $12.95 a month, but you can PayPal.
It's worth it. All right. A little movie called Snakes on a Plane opens this Friday.
I've never heard of it, actually. It's Snakes on a Plane?
Kevin, with Sam L. Jackson.
Oh, right.
You know, these mother effing snakes on the mother.
No idea, man.
Awesome. Well, okay, everyone. Kevin might have missed the boat. You probably have seen that Snakes in My Ass plane, though, right? That movie? Good.
We can move on.
Move on. Okay,
Please.
but the internet certainly hasn't missed the boat on this one, and that's why it's Snakes on a Plane week here at AOTS. Now, to kick things off, here's a flash game where you get to make like Sam Jackson and kill some reptiles on a jet.
That's a pretty sweet looking flash game.
What?
Yeah, come on. It was like a little
cool.
over the shoulder. Look, if the movie's anything like this, I'm going to go see it.
You're easy to please, Kevin.
Very much so. Let's move on. I have a question for you, Mun. I don't know if you've... have you ever enjoyed the thrill of stealing somebody's Wi-Fi signal?
No, I've never stolen Wi-Fi.
You've never poached somebody's internet?
I just pay for my own.
Oh. Well, some guy in England noticed that his neighbors were stealing his wireless internet. He wasn't having it.
Wait, why didn't he just lock it, block it?
Because that'd be too easy. No, instead of locking down his internet access, he decided to have a little bit of fun, love. That's a British guy. That's what he said one night. He allowed his neighbor to reach the sites that he was trying to get to, except he turned all the images upside down.
What?
It's a cool little hack. That's kind of funny. So here's the British eBay.
Oh, that's awesome.
All topsy-turvy like. You can see that.
You can stop that,
You can still get around, but it looks a bit off.
No, you could stop that, please.
Please go to 11. But image-heavy Flickr, take a look at Flickr, totally screwed up, completely upside down. It's a nice little hack.
That's really talented. How did he do that? Did he tell people how he did that?
Yeah, a bunch of like Linux tunneling and IP and whatever. But he did it, and it was cool. It's a nice little hack.
It is cool. All right, now we'd like to end today's Around the Net with something special.
Yes.
Yesterday, it was the 15th anniversary of the very first web browser and the World Wide Web. All Al Gore jokes aside, we here at Attack of the Show would like to wish the World Wide Web a happy birthday with a quick browse through the lifelong history folder of the internet.
Who could forget, no matter how hard they try, the hamster dance? Come on, people. Hamster dance, straight out of 1998. The original site harnessed the raw power of GeoCities and animated GIFs to become CNET's #1 internet fad. And you know what? The hamsters are still dancing to this day, Olivia.
Oh my gosh. Can you stop? Okay, and remember Hotmail? Or more specifically, do you remember when you would use Hotmail for actual email and not just spam? Oh, those were the days. The days of 1996, my friends. 1996.
Let us not forget how great it was to be able to purchase pet foods, toys, and accessories online and have them shipped to your doorstep for a nominal fee, of course. Sadly, not everything on the internet lasts forever, my friends. Pour one out for Pets.com, born in '98, gunned down by the .com bust in 2000. I love the sock puppet, though.
I do. All right, and finally, thank Internet God that sites like Zombo.com still exist, though. The only limit is yourself.
You know, anything is possible at Zombo.com. The infinite is unknown at Zombo.com. You can achieve your goals at Zombo. Just go to the website, it's funny. And okay, yes, well done. All right, and for one final birthday candle on the World Wide Web's cake, we turn to this classic archival film originally used for science, but now used for mild amusement. Happy birthday, World Wide Web.
Happy birthday. Mwah.
Love you.
All right, everyone, that's enough internet for today.
Go to attackoftheshow.com for the links to everything you just saw. But right now, it's time for the news that matters. So here's Layla Cayley in the feed headlines.
Thanks, Kevin. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference kicks off today. And of course, we'll keep you posted on all the latest news from Steve Jobs and company. Plus, guess who sped up to the finish line at this weekend's box office? If you stick around, I'll fill you in. And finally, today, one of your favorite cult films of all time may be getting another sequel. I'll tell you all about it and lots more, all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to the couch.
Thanks, Layla. Now, when ESPN launched the X Games as the Extreme Games, skateboarding, back in 1995, they were a haven for counterculture athletes to receive the legitimacy that they deserved, from BMX to skateboarding, I think to guitar wailing, you name it, to street luging, many others. It was a place for all the misfits.
That's right. The X Games continue to expand, and it gained support from both advertisers and the media. It even spawned its own award shows and video games.
Yes, but have the X Games become too big for their own good? It's a
well,
good question,
that
right?
is a good question. We actually want to know what you guys out there think. Are the X Games one huge waste of time? Vote on our website, attackoftheshow.com, or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS live news alerts. I, however, love X Games.
I enjoy
Love
them as well.
X Games.
I'm assuming most people will, but we'll see the results.
We
Coming
will
up
see.
later, though, hostages.
Right, now, before we go to break, you all know the Nintendo Wii is coming out soon, but only AOTS can bring you their exclusive new ad campaign before anyone else. Check out this commercial. I think it's a little bit strange, but what can you do?
All right. Yeah. There we go. Right.
Billy! What are you doing?
Relax, Mom. Just playing with my Wii.
Stop it this instant! You're gonna go blind!
The Nintendo Wii. It won't make you go blind.
Next, are the X Games a real sporting event? Then the joke's on Mel Gibson as we deliver the punchline.
Gibson apologized to Catholics for not being able to hold his liquor.
Attack is coming right back.
Let's hand things off to our Loop Master General, Kevin Pereira.
At ease, soldier, at ease. The 2006 X Games were held this past weekend in Los Angeles, and throngs of tattooed hooligans compared road rashes and broken bones. But with the games becoming more and more a part of the mainstream as the years go by, are the X Games still edgy, or even worse, Are they still relevant? Let's get into it, folks. You know it, you love it. It's The Loop. Joining us via satellite to help us make sense of it all is BMX maniac Rick Thorne, who recently signed an endorsement deal with Rockstar Bikes, and writer Adam Bordeaux is here covering the X Games for 944 magazine. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Rick,
what's up? How you
doing?
Rick, I want to start with you, sir, because a number of extreme sports athletes are saying that the commercialism of the X Games, or the commercialization of it, can be hurting the sport. Do you agree or disagree, and why do you think that is?
Well, I think definitely there's a lot of young kids that get involved. You know, like a lot of the top pros today got involved because they saw us competing the X Games 10 years ago. And just to be real with it, I think a lot of those kids like want the attention but don't want to work like for the contest to that level. I mean, X Games, in my opinion, has pulled a lot of people in. It's made a lot of companies successful. It's just one element of the sports. I mean, I think a lot of people look at the X Games as like the determining, like, you know, what the sport's about, but they got to remember that that's just one contest out of the big picture. So I think, if anything, I mean, it's definitely helped my career and a lot of other athletes' careers that want to seek competition.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the commercialism isn't that important to these kids that are there. You know, I was there for the past 5 days, and they're handing out Taco Bell stuff, and they're handing out Mountain Dew, and it's like, whatever, you know, I'm here for the sport. I'm here to watch Danny Way pull off the big air, and, you know, I could care less about everything else. I'm here to watch Travis Pastrana make history, and, you know, I think it's more to them about, you know, they're craving X Gold. You know, these little kids, these little Groms.
Yeah, but I think that, you know, riding's more than just medals, you know what I mean? Like, riding's about, like, it's an attitude and a style. I mean, from a constructive criticism standpoint, I think the X Games just lost the style and attitude that, like, isn't packaged. I mean, they invite 10 guys.
Yeah,
and
well, that's actually
10,
something I want to talk about for a second here, because I think some people think the X Games is sort of like the Olympics of extreme sports, that it's sort of the Super Bowl event, it's the be-all, end-all. But it's not. It's an invite-only event, isn't it?
Yeah, they have the Dew Tour now, and there's a lot more things happening besides the X Games, but they're definitely showing these flagship athletes like Paul Rodriguez and Ryan Sheckler, and these guys are good. I mean, they're not going to pick these athletes for no reason. You know, it may not be like the guys that are on the streets pulling off crazy stuff, you know, every day, but they can't pick everyone. So.
Right, but the argument is that, like, you can't look to, like, just the X Games as being the only determining factor of what the sports are about.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Rick, how could the X Games please more athletes? Is there a way to make even more athletes in this sport, in this genre of action sports? Is there a way to make them more happy?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I think that if, you know, they invite, okay, there used to be a qualification system. Yeah, there's 10 guys that are great, but there's 100 of us that are great. So who determines those 10? Are they safe to package and market and sell? Or is it, like, legitimately, like, where's the qualification to get in? And, you know, and then these 10 guys show up at the contest and they only show 3 guys. I mean, that's always been my beef, is, like, how did the guy that got 4th place, can he benefit his career? Or even, like, not even from a financial standpoint, but how can he reach out to more people? I mean, I think if the X Games showed 10 styles, it would bring different people in to watch, because it's more diversified. It's not diversified.
That's true. Adam, what good do you think the X Games are to athletes and to the viewers at home?
Well, I think the main thing is it's giving these kids hope. I mean, it's giving them, like, oh my God, there's like a, you know, established organization that now presents us with this grand stage across the world to be like, oh, I can enter in this thing, I can win this thing, and I can get sponsored right away. And there's no, you know, it's given a lot of people hope.
But it's sent, yeah, but right there, the message that's sent about riding from the root. Like, I started this in '82 with riding, you know, and being punk rock and into hip hop. But kids, if they chase just sponsorship, they're chasing it for the wrong reasons. It's got to come within you. Like, it's all about heroism, but it's also about, like, what's real to you. And when you spit it and you ride it and you skate it and you do your thing, it's got to be real. And the X Games has lost that realness, in my opinion.
You know, I don't think the athletes have lost any of that. I don't think they've forgotten the reason that they got into skateboarding. They got into
some of them have, and a lot of kids that look now, they see exactly what you just said as, like, yo, I'm going to be sponsored. Is that what riding's about?
Rick, what's the future of the X Games, though, Rick? What's the future here? Because some are saying that it's already become too popular, it's become too mainstream, and now you're seeing that kids are watching it and they want to just chase a sponsorship. Are the X Games doomed to go down this path and become irrelevant to the very kids that they're trying to reach?
No, I mean, I think if they don't put some more style and personality into it, I mean, we all got our edge because we were outspoken, because we were different, because we didn't live the life, with all due respect, as a football player, as a basketball player, which I respect those sports. But for us to get our respect, it's like we were a different breed. The style and attitude pushed us to get to like where we're at. So,
all right,
you know,
I think
totally understand it there, gentlemen.
I think the X Games is definitely on that route, though. You know,
all right. Well, the future will tell that story, though. The X Games, they have their loyal fans, of course. Everybody, I want to thank you for joining us, but only time will tell if the games will remain relevant. Adam and Rick, thanks again for joining us at the Digital Water Cooler
Thanks
and
for
keeping us all in the loop. Miss Olivia,
thanks.
What have you been up to?
Just doing some drills, getting ready for the X Games. As you can see, I'm pretty much working out over here. We'll have breaking news on the recent Apple announcements, and we'll show you something funny in the punchline. Hey, you guys, don't worry. It was done by another TV show, so it'll be really good. Stay with us. We're TV source for only source for what you care about. Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for what you care about. We are live. It's like CNN, except with slightly more poop jokes.
Yeah.
Poop jokes, yeah.
We also say Wang a lot more than they do on Anderson Cooper.
Good times.
Now, if you like your television short and concentrated in its bursts of hilarity and without commercials or plot lines, well, then you're ready for the punchline. See, I always go to your face on that one. We should punch each other. We'll figure. Okay, we're good. This week is a little special, as you probably are aware right now. Mel Gibson, he was pulled over last week.
Shut up.
Yeah, the old boozing and the 10 and 2-ing. You know what I'm saying? And when confronted about it, he spewed a tirade of anti-Semitic slurs and some pretty sexist stuff. Isn't that right, Sugar Tits?
Oh, I like that.
That's what he said.
I like that. Well, it's too bad for Mel Gibson, but not for us, because we get to watch the late-night talk shows do what they do best. So we're going to round up and rate the best Mel Gibson jokes from last week.
All right, let's start things off with a little Kimmel from his opening monologue the day after Mel's arrest. So here Kimmel is breaking down how news stations are having a hard time talking about Mel's offensive remarks without actually saying the words in question.
He also allegedly made a sexist reference to a female sergeant saying, "What do you think you're looking at, sugar?" Sugar?
He called one of the officers sugar, T**! Exclamation point S. Which a lot of people saw as sexist, and I did too at first, until I actually saw the officer on TV this morning.
It's an ongoing investigation, so there's limited information I can give you at the moment. But I can tell you he was initially cooperative with our investigation, but when we informed him he was being detained on a possible DUI, he became increasingly belligerent.
See, it's the guy's name.
It was the guy's name. It makes sense now. They don't give you the full story on the Drudge.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, well.
I don't know.
How do you rate this one, Olivia?
Not bad, not bad. The fake line gag always works for me. I give it 3 shot glasses out of 4.
Okay, 3 little Gibsons there. Look at him. Oh, wow. All right, let's try some Conan next. You love the Conan, right?
Oh, yeah, I love Conan.
Here's his little take on it.
Violence in the Middle East continued with Israel bombing Hezbollah strongholds in southern Lebanon. Yeah. Then today, Israel launched an attack on Mel Gibson's house.
That was terrible. And why'd the audience laugh?
Oh, that was a pity laugh there.
That's why we don't have audiences.
So we just, well, the crew, that was funny, right? And then that's about it. It's sad. It's really sad when Kimmel's funnier than Conan. And I hate to say it, I'm just going to give that joke a 1-shot glasser. That's all that gets from me right
Seriously, Kevin, that's Conan. Come on.
That's why I have to be so hard on him. I expect better. They could have the kayaker going out of the audience and then fall into his death. But listen, it hurts me more than it hurts him. Conan's not crying tonight.
Okay.
I will be. Fetal position in the corner of my bedroom, just like last night. Hopefully, Colbert's not going to let us down, though.
Colbert or Colbert?
Colbert. All right, Mun. I thought it was good.
Nice delivery. Works with his character. I give that 1 3-shot glasses.
Oh, okay. So 3.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
3.
And finally, you're
Excuse me.
excused. The Daily Show. Here, Jon Stewart has been making fun of how the networks are using the Mel actual movie clips of his career to illustrate the coverage of the incident.
It's good.
Classic
I
Daily
love
Show.
Jon Stewart.
Nice use of movie clips, and the gag is making fun of the media and Gibson all at once. For that, you got to give it 4-shot glasses. There's no question.
Nice. Jon Stewart comes through. Comes through once again. Are you okay?
I'm good. And that, folks, is the punchline. We'll have more. We're gonna figure this out, by the way. We'll have more punchline for you every Monday. It's like TiVo, except it's free.
All right, don't go anywhere because we're going to be right back. Honestly, we wouldn't kid about something so freaking serious.
Next, you've read about it, you've heard about it. Now get your first look at the epic Snakes on a Plane. Then we ask the question, what killed E3? Attack will be right back.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. It's just very crusty of you. I like
know.
it.
I hate my laugh. I actually hate it.
It's cute, except not right there. We're still live and kicking. Although at this point, it's really just a reflex. What? Come on. Coming up later in the show, we'll get you all the gaming news you need and all the stuff from eBay that you really clearly don't need at all.
No, you don't. Plus, we're showing you today, presented by Dentine Ice, we'll have year-long disaster joining us. It's funny that Thursday is Live Music Thursday, because it'd be crazy if it was Live Music Wednesday on Thursday. I'm just saying. Making a note.
Noted. Thank you for that. Now, Snakes on a Plane is obviously a huge cultural phenomenon, but why?
Snakes on a Plane?
No, because no one's seen the movie yet. As a renowned investigative journalist, I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So I went right to the source.
When I met Sam Jackson at Comic-Con, we seemed to have a good rapport. But that certainly did not matter. No, this time, like a venomous cobra, I went right for the jugular.
Snakes on a Plane. Why is this movie better than Superman?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot more fun. Great. We don't know what to expect, number one. The villains are who they are. We know there's not one person, Lex Luthor. It's a lot of slithery things. Some people are going to like the slithery things more than they like the people.
Kevin Spacey can be kind of slithery, though.
I've heard that.
I'm just letting you know.
All right.
Did you guys hear that?
Some are saying this is better than Godfather, though. Some are saying that this is Scarface in the sky, Sam. And these are, I don't know if you've read the internet reports. This movie's a big deal, and you're in it.
Well, nobody knows why, though. It's just one of those kind of things that the term itself, Snakes on a Plane, sent people into some kind of frenzy that they needed to go out and make their own videos, make their own posters, create songs around it. So it's a great phenomenon that I'm glad that I'm part of.
Now, of course, there's a line in the movie. There are some lines from some movies. There's the Hasta la Vista, baby. Pretty good one. Yeah. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah. People know that one. Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, if you will. This is going to destroy all those lines. This is going to be the catchphrase of all catchphrases, Sam. And if you wouldn't mind indulging me, I want to be able to deliver this line with the conviction that you have. And I've been practicing in front of the mirror for the last week. So, okay. I believe I've had it with these. That is it. I have had it with these mother-f***ing snakes on this mother-f***ing plane.
A bit more frustration.
With the snake or with myself?
A bit more frustration with the whole situation.
I have had it with these mother-f***ing snakes on this mother-f***ing plane.
No laughter at all. Frustration, anger. Done.
I feel like I'm failing, Sam. I'm a little...
Done. Be done with it.
It's getting warm.
That's it.
That is it.
I've had it with these mother-f***ing snakes on this mother-f***ing plane. That was nice, though.
Thank you very
much. You were right there.
I gotta go call my mom. Thank you.
Wipe him down now.
That was a moment. Mr. Jackson.
All right.
I love that.
Those mother effing snakes slither into theaters on Mother Effing August 18th.
Yeah, you mother effer. That's it.
I thought you were actually going to say it. Now, here's the news that matters in the feed. Layla.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the old X Games? What are you thinking? Are you into the extreme sports at all?
Yeah, I'm into it. I like all guys. But if it was between a date at like a fancy restaurant or like jumping out of a plane, I take jumping out of a plane.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you like X Games? Do you watch them?
I do sometimes. I'm more like into crazy sports, like really crazy. Like I can't tell.
Greek leapfrog?
Greek leapfrog.
It gets nutty.
Would be
I'm just
one
saying.
of them. Hopscotch would be another one. But enough of all that. Buckle that helmet and get ready, because I'm Mother effing Layla Kaylee, and this is the feed. Hasta la vista, Vista. That was Steve Jobs' big message at Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference today. Apple made the official announcement of their new operating system, Leopard. It looks like Leopard will have a ton of amazing features, including one called Time Machine that will restore the contents of your computer even if your hard drive dies. Not only that, Apple announced the Mac Pro, a huge, powerful workstation computer that looks really cool, but is probably only going to be used by serious developers. I'm just disappointed Jobs didn't talk about crazy new iPods or Apple phones. Oh well, there's always next year. Will Ferrell did a victory lap at the box office this weekend. Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, raked in over $47 million and completely destroyed the competition. Not only that, Talladega represents a personal best for Will Ferrell because it's his highest opening movie ever. I guess it's true, NASCAR plus comedy equals lots of money. One of the best-loved cult franchises of all time may be getting a new edition. We first saw Snake Plissken in Escape from New York, then he went to the left coast and escaped from LA, and now he might escape from Earth. Apparently, John Carpenter and Kurt Russell had a secret meeting with the head honchos at Paramount to discuss a third entry in the Escape franchise. I hope this rumor is true because I have a thing for guys with eye patches. Oh, yeah. A few weeks ago, someone posted a parody of Al Gore's An Inconvenient Truth on YouTube. The parody features Gore talking to penguins and boring them to death with his global warming theories. Sounds pretty harmless, right? Well, new reports have surfaced, and the parody video wasn't made by some ordinary dude on his Mac. Instead, it was made by a slick Republican PR firm that represents Exxon. Creepy. It does my heart good to know that as the climate spirals out of control, giant evil corporations have time to make viral videos. Very sad. And finally, today, an army has invaded Cleveland. Relax, it's not a real army. It's just the Kiss Army. Hundreds of Kiss fans lined up outside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to protest the fact that Gene Simmons and company haven't been inducted yet. I say right on, Kiss Army. If the Beatles and Elvis Presley are in there, why not a bunch of old guys who paint their faces and spit blood? Oh, yeah. Well, that's all for today. Be sure to check out G4TV.com/thefeed for the stuff I didn't have time to get to. Now put on your boogie shoes, because you've just been fed. Back to you, Olivia.
All right, thanks, Layla. Now, we like to encourage energy conservation, and that includes telling you not to get up or go anywhere. There's more show on TV's only source, What You Care About, right after this. Sit down, sit down, sit.
Next, E3's dead. Or is it? And later, the flotsam and jetsam known as It Came From eBay. Don't go away.
It's What's going on here?
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for what you care about. Now, we here at Attack of the Show are about to take a closer look at what matters to most gamers, and helping sort through the gaming rumors and breaking news is actually, this is great because I actually had a dream about both these guys, Kevin Pryor and Adam Sessler and his couple snakes. Delicious.
Were you wearing Crisco as well, or no?
Yeah, but, you know, it got so over the snakes that we really couldn't hold on. They kept on popping out.
Isn't that the worst? It's like a can of the fake popcorn.
It's like funny at first, and then you're like, oh, I got to get them all back together.
Stop it. Now everybody's cold, and no one wants to hang out in the Jello pool
Exactly.
Thanks, Olivia. Let's get into it, Adam. Gaming news time. All right, everyone should know that next year's gaming convention extraordinaire, E3, has been canceled. We've talked about it enough on the show, but there's new info. Instead, it looks like there are going to be two versions of the trade show, a separate show for members of the gaming industry and another for consumers. This is kind of a big deal here now.
Yeah, I think the thing is that while there's going to be stuff for consumers that will be sort of part of E3, there's going to be so much more of that stuff. If you look at Comic-Con and how much that has transformed over the years, it's this great way to get a certain type of person into a room and show them stuff. Sure. And there have been events up in San Francisco. I think it's great because it allows the companies to make people aware of the games, get people excited, but also allows for a separate event to actually get business done.
But now that this E3 is breaking up, right, we're going to have one convention at a Holiday Inn for the suits or whatever in some sort of conference room. They were saying there's going to be another convention later on in the year. I think it was in Philadelphia or something of that nature.
Yeah, I'm off. You know, it's funny you bring that up. I don't know how many of these things are actually being done under the purview of the ESA, which is the group that runs E3.
Oh, so this could be another group coming in and trying to say, hey, look, in absence of E3, we're going to throw this thing, even though no one's going to care because all eyes are on Comic-Con.
Well, yeah, there's an event run by GameSpot and those guys that occurred last year that did quite well. I think a lot of people are eyeing this as a whole other way to make people aware of the games. I think the other thing is that we learned about there being no E3 earlier than they intended us to learn about it. So they were kind of
now it's like a little damage control.
Right. So they were kind of caught with their pants down, and I think they're still formulating some plans, and hopefully in a little while we'll know something.
Well, speaking of the games, Gears of War. Now, here's a title. It's supposed to be coming out, I think, November 12th now. It was announced, last year. It appears that the release date falls near the launch of the PlayStation 3. Isn't that weird how that happens?
Yeah.
Tell me, Gears of War, is this, I mean, we've talked enough about the game to know it's a system seller. It looks good. People are going to buy it. But is this a system killer?
I think so.
You think this could severely damage the PlayStation 3 come launch time?
This game is big. This game has, it has just that masculine burliness that people have been hungering for from a game for quite some time. It's got a good pedigree.
It looks next gen. It feels next gen. I'm sure it's going to play next gen.
It's really stunning.
But I mean, that's a pretty lofty statement to say it could be a system killer against something like the PlayStation 3.
It's a two-pronged sword. I think the quality of the game is going to make a lot of people think, okay, I want to get this.
Absolutely.
There's another thing is Microsoft knows they have a good one on their hands, and they know they have to really put something up against the PS3. And I've heard, I don't have this confirmed, I've heard a lot of ad space has been purchased.
Right. Which most people at home now are going, well, that means people are going to know about the game, but there's another side of that coin.
Yes, that's ad space that Sony would probably really like to sell the PlayStation 3. So I think if you add in the, how many PS3s are going to be available, coupled with the quality of the game and the awareness of the game, wow.
It could be a system killer, it sounds like it. All right, now lately it seems that third-party developers, they're battling each other over their announcements for which of Nintendo's Wii console they're going to support the most. And after EA's 6 titles, Ubisoft pledged 7 launch titles for the Wii, and Activision says they have at least 3 major titles in the works. This is, I mean, Nintendo has traditionally lagged with third-party support, and now it seems like they can't seem to shy away from it.
This is really something. I mean, wow. I mean, we knew they had a good showing, but I mean, I think Ubisoft was the only company that really had committed ahead of time to want to be this major player with them. And then all the other publishers saw E3 and all the excitement about the Wii, and they're like, whoa, we've got to get on board with this. I mean, the thing I'm trying to figure out is how many launch titles are there going to be? I mean, Ubisoft's, that's where they usually get at a console launch.
Sure.
And that's not even the stuff coming from Nintendo, which I think we're going to see a ton of games from Nintendo, considering there haven't been any games from Nintendo for like a year and a half.
And very quickly, though, the other major concern that some people have is you have all the support when it comes to a launch. Are we going to have another Desert Gulch until the springtime because they're getting all the games out for launch and there's not going to be anything else?
It's a really interesting point. I think there will be that from the third parties. The question is, I think there's a lot of stuff that Nintendo has, and whether or not they're going to front load the launch of the console with all of it or pepper it through the year. Either way, there's going to be a lot of games to play on it, and if you buy them all, you should still be playing them.
It's going to be a phenomenal holiday season, to say the least. Perhaps one of the biggest ever. Adam, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Look forward to listening to more of our Gems of Insight. Every Monday, we'll continue covering all the hottest gaming stories as they break and shatter into tiny little pieces, like Olivia shatters my heart.
Aww. Hey, boys, I'll see you tonight in my dreams. Stay with us. Still ahead, we'll show you guys a guy who's actually selling ad space on his crooked feet. It came from eBay. That's pretty disgusting. You guys want to see my feet? I actually have a really nice... Hold on, straight. Let me just show you.
What's going on here?
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live, but soon we're going to be on the move.
That's right. Starting Monday, August 14th, Attack of the Show presents Las Vegas 06 Live. We'll be heading to Sin City for a week of gambling, drinking, and God willing, Kevin will get a couple venereal diseases or 2 or 3 or 4.
I'm trying to collect them all like Pokemon.
All right, watch as I party down and rank the 4 best nightclubs ever in Vegas.
And of course, the stars are going to be dropping in all week to hang with us, including Betho, Joe Rogan, Chris Jericho, and James LaShore from the show Las Vegas. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. You'll also see Zach throw his money away at some of Las Vegas' finest gentlemen's clubs and my old jobs.
It's not throwing it away. It's just giving back to the community. And Layla hangs out with some of our favorite bands, Eagles of Death Metal, the Future Heads, Korn, and more.
So if you guys don't want to be a loser, join us poolside all next week at 7 p.m. Eastern right here when Attack of the Show presents Las Vegas 06 Live.
One of us might even wear a bikini.
Probably you.
Probably me.
Awesome. All right, today we decided to take our job seriously for a change, so we found only the best of online auctions. Unfortunately, James Earl Jones wasn't our coach, but it's still all good. We call it...
It came from eBay!
Yeah, that was a good one.
Good girl. Thank you. First up, a turtle painting. Now, not of a turtle, no, but painted by a turtle named Koopa, who paints pictures by crawling across the canvas.
That's so cute.
Unfortunately, the turtle itself, not for sale. You only get the artwork. It's $30 right now. There are 5 bids so far, but forced turtle labor is a problem that PETA needs to get on. It's just not right. And it shouldn't be, we shouldn't support it. I'm sorry we haven't talked about this auction, actually.
All right, moving on. Next, a real treasure map. That is right. It's a map that the seller says leads to something valued at $50,000.
Wow.
Yeah, he's also offering clues to the treasure in the eBay auction with regular updates. We actually think this guy's just cashing in on the Pirates of the Caribbean madness, but he may be onto something because it's going for $29,100 and has 53 bids.
Who bids on this crap? They should be watching NASCAR.
Still no map on finding Johnny Depp's lost masculinity, though.
Oh, well, let me know when that auction's up there. Now, if you've got a weak stomach, you might want to turn away for this next auction. Seriously, some guy is selling ad space on his nasty, crooked feet.
Those are some crooked feet.
Yeah, and we're not sure who'd want that. Maybe it seems natural kind of for Dr. Scholes or something like that, but $20,000, 0 bids so far.
$2,000, actually.
Oh, $2,000, thank you. But you know some foot fetish freak right now? Wetting himself. He's willing to pay $20.
Okay, not only are they crooked, but they're nasty, too. Like, can you not get a pedicure?
It looked like
Sanded down?
like James Caan from Misery after he gets the clubbing for turning the penguin.
That's what they do look like. This last auction needs a little explanation. We're looking for snake-related items to go with our Snakes on a Plane themed week, of course. Well, this is what we found. Pink snakeskin, butt-hugging, soft, stretchy sissy pants with double-layer front and breakaway clips. That's right. We weren't sure what sissy pants were, but after reading the part of the auction that mentions tucked equipment, we knew we liked it. Yeah, if you're on a plane and want to conceal your snake, you know what I mean? These panties are for you. They're getting.
Is that really what it's for? The old junk tuck?
A little junk tuck. But I don't know any guy that has a junk like that.
No.
I mean, that's like junk in the trunk.
That's
kind of
not
junk.
cool.
We mean like, snake junk.
What are they getting for this thing?
$7.95 for this thing, and there's only one bid. Surprising.
Oh, get on it, gentlemen.
They snap away.
For easy
like
access.
That. All right. Always expect the unexpected from nasty feet to sissy panties when
it came from eBay. Stay put. Your face and your video voicemails are in our monitor heads next. Plus, we have the footage from the newest action-packed WWE-produced film starring John Cena. Stay tuned.
They rip away.
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show, what have you been watching?
What?
To catch up, go to attackoftheshow.com.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show, it's Snakes on a Plane week, and we're sitting down with actress Sunny Mabry to talk Venom, and we'll have the best snake movies of all time in TV Tuesday. It's Attack of the Show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for what you care about. We are live, and right now we're talking to you in the army of monitor heads. First up is James from Washington.
Hey guys, my question is, what's your definition of a sellout? And do X Games athletes fit that?
Well, a sellout, I think, is somebody who jumps on the bandwagon and pretends like they love it no matter what, like they've loved it forever. And X Game athletes do not match it because, they're making money. Like, NFL, they make money. Basketball players make money. Everybody makes money.
Don't
They're just
hate the player. Hate the extreme game.
Did you make that up?
No, I think I poached it from a website.
Oh, probably.
I guess, like, in terms of the X Games, when Tony Hawk calls his 900, like, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast 900, and he's spinning around, well, then he's sold out.
That's different.
But until then, you know what, they're doing what they got to do.
Yeah, definitely. So until that, yes, sell out.
All right, finally, Carl from Colorado.
Hey, this is Carl from Colorado. I was wondering, have you guys ever dated anybody that you would consider a geek?
I'm normally the geek that people
Are you?
consider dating.
Have you dated a geek?
No.
Because you like the hot girls.
I like them just nutty. I don't care if they're actual nerds.
I swear to God, that's the truth.
I just
he
want
likes
them to have serious emotional issues.
Yeah.
But have you ever dated a nerd?
Probably. I don't think any of my guys have been like quote unquote cool.
They weren't rolling dice and casting magic missiles or anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
Really?
But I like that my guys are always like in between. Cool, not cool. Just normal guys.
Noted. Coming up tomorrow, folks, Snakes on a Plane actress Sunny Mabry stops in Plus, on Wednesday, Olivia and I will do the show with live snakes slithering around the set.
That's right. I'm so excited. I am so excited. And don't forget to vote for your favorite games of 2006. Tune in to see who wins on G4's video game award show, G4ia, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern. And finally, there's no word on if wrestler John Cena is going to run for governor, but he's sure looking a lot like Schwarzenegger these days.
Yeah, WWE Films has a new movie coming out Friday, October 13th that has the Governator written all over it. Here's the trailer for the Marine.
I love how violent it looks. I love violent films.
I counted like at least 43 explosions in that one trailer, and therefore I'm lining up for it.
Well, here's the thing. If this was to ever explode, this whole building, I would carry you out like a baby, like my own
In slow motion?
Yeah.
With silhouetted, like in Backdraft?
This. Watch.
Okay, well, can I say goodbye to the kids?
Okay, go ahead and say goodbye, and I'll pick you up.
Everybody, now for all the things you saw today and more, just go to attackoftheshow.com. It's a website on the internet.
Okay,
you're going to hurt yourself or me.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just sit down. I can't.
Okay. All right.